Alright, first of all, I say, call Allah, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, which is say, all praise to the name of the Father, in the name of His Son. And then I said, no answer the Apostle James Stone. Right, and New Akim, which is showing sincerity, Shalom. Right, the Hebrew Israelites, I'll come out here every weekend. The Prophet Downfall Society, which is known as Babylon, Mr. Babylon the Great. Right, Solomon Gomorrah. This is so-called White Man Kingdom. Right, you know, we've been in captivity for a certain time period, and now it's time to basically we wake up and get delivered. So in that time period, as you're still out here in the highways and byways, declaring this word unto our people. Who are the people in the Bible? The niggers, the killers and Native Americans. They're the true biblical Israelites according to God and the Bible. Right, so we're out here for the elect of those people. Right? Why? There's a promise made unto these people, basically to be the rulers of the earth. We are the Lord's portion and the inheritance. Right? And Him choose this to be a peculiar people unto Himself. So He must set up a structure where you're going to have kings and you're going to have servants, and the rightful kings supposed to be the men of Israel. Right? I can give you nice start from this one. And this was all in the plan before the earth get created, that basically they are going to be a kingdom and they're going to choose a specific people to basically rule in that kingdom. Right? Then we're going to be this grand sons of the Heavenly Father. What?
So Genesis 17 and 1. And when Abraham was 90 years old and 9, the Lord appeared to Abraham and said unto him, I am the Almighty power, walk before me and be thou perfect, and I will make my covenant between me and thee.
So the Heavenly Father obviously have a plan from the creation of the earth. Right? So when mankind, so to speak, basically the wicked and the Most High put them to death, Him choose back Noah, and Him choose certain men coming on the line through Noah. Right? Noah have 3 sons, Shem and Japheth, and then Him choose Shem, and the lineage of Shem come down to Abraham, but really the stamp come to Abraham. Him say, I'm going to make Abraham, read again, match man come to Abraham. Just can Him go and bring back the sons of the Heavenly Father, Him sons them through Abraham. What?
And I will make my covenant between me and thee, and will multiply thee exceedingly.
Right. He must multiply Israel exceedingly. Look on the side, the people on the side. Earliest them people, they know that they multiply fast. That's the covenant that the Heavenly Father makes with them. If you combine all these people on earth, we are the vast population number of the earth, yo. We are one big piece of the pie of the earth. And that's because of the promise of the Most High make to Abraham, what?
And Abraham fell on his face, and Yahweh talked with him, saying, As for me, behold, my covenant is with thee, and thou shalt be a father of many nations.
Right? A father of many nations, the 12 tribes are nations. Right? Next tribe is just another word for the nation or ethnicity. What?
Neither shall thy name anymore be called Abraham, but thy name shall be Abraham, for a father of many nations have I made thee, and I will make thee exceedingly fruitful.
Right, so I'm saying, no more your name going to be called Abraham, but Abraham. Right, because the man make your father a multitude, yo. What?
And I will make nations of thee, and kings shall come out of thee.
Right. So, the covenant is that He was going to make Abraham a father of many nations, and him going make kings come out of that line. Right? And the biggest king, or the king of all kings will come from that line is Yahushai. Then I go have King David and the men of the Lord, the elect, which is going to be kings though.
Revelation chapter 5 verse 9, it says, and they sang a new song, saying, Thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seals thereof, for thou wast slain and hast redeemed us to God by thy blood out of every kindred and tongues and people and nation, and hast made us unto our God kings and priests, and we shall reign upon the earth.
Right, the Israelites going to be kings and priests and going to reign upon the earth.
Right. And this going right here to a new song. That's it. Going to be the elect. Right. The elect of the nation of Israel, because Israel in general is the elect of God, but the elect among the elect is the 144,000 plus a third, man.
Hey, that's how you see out here preaching this word. Because the many are called, but few are chosen. The earth, elect and chosen are the same thing. Right? So there's a few going to be the elect. A few people going to get this truth and come out here, come teach it, yo. Right? And the truth, we start from the basic part of it, is that there's a promise made unto Israel. How many people can't get that? Right? Many people can't get that because them are part of that elect, that selected few. You don't Abraham?
Verse 7. And I will establish my covenant between me and thee and thy seed after thee in their generation.
So him establishing covenant between him and him seed them after in generation. Now the seed that come after Abraham was Isaac. Right? Isaac came and he made the same covenant with Isaac. He never make it with Ishmael, he make it with Isaac. And then after Isaac, then came Jacob. You have Jacob and Esau, but guess what? And there still was a chosen among the brother, yo. So between Esau and Jacob get chosen and Esau was cast aside. Just like Ishmael. Okay, that's the Galatians 2:2.
For an everlasting covenant.
It's for an everlasting covenant. So you're not going to have that in the New Testament. People are going to say, okay, the covenant changed. I don't know more longer with Israel. You're going to be with some other people, going to get endrafted. Or some other people going to get pulled to this doctrine, you know. You know, like that. What?
This is Romans 9 verse 3. It said, for I could wish that myself were accursed from Christ for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh. So for I could wish that myself were accursed from Christ for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh.
Paul said, in brethren them according to the flesh, who are Israelites. Because Paul said Israel, what?
Who are Israelites, whom pertain the adoptions, and the glory, and the covenants, and the giving of the law, and the service of God, and the promises.
Right, so all these things were given unto to Israel. Now the nation was blessed that we forget those inheritance. So I would say Israel is a peculiar people to them and the Father. So from the beginning it was so, and it was curious about them and the Father, him change not. You never get this time to alright, I'm gonna make Israel the people, I'm gonna make them become kings. Then after they start sitting say, yo, Trump came out of Israel and say, yo, I'm gonna choose a new people. Right? I have a precept in the part of tell us, yo, which other people are apart from Israel, they will keep them laws and I think session is 5 or 6 about this one. You can get that to replace the problem.
Right, this,
Yeah.
right, this is Hebrews 11, starting verse 17. He said, by faith, Abraham, when he was tried, offered up Isaac, and he that received the promise offered up his only begotten son, of whom it was said that in Isaac shall thy seed be called.
Right. And I want to
So that one you want?
no, my mom was saying, you can tell about Jerusalem above or whatever.
Jerusalem, 426 years.
See, man, it's
426. 426 of it.
right. We are.
Same thing.
Right, Galatians 4. Alright, so Galatians 4, starting verse 26. It says, but Jerusalem, which is above is free, which is the mother of us all. For it is written, rejoice, thou barren that bearest not, break forth and cry, thou that travailest not. For the desolate had many more children than she which had an husband. He said, no, we brethren, as Isaac was, are the children of the promise.
Right, no, just like how Isaac is the children of the promise, these people on the sign are the children of the promise. They are the descendants of Isaac coming down to Jacob and through the 12 patriarchs, right? Go on.
He said, but as then he that was born after the flesh persecuted him that was born after the spirit.
Right, so who are the spirit? People them for the sign, go on.
He said, even so it is now. He said, nevertheless, what saith the scripture? Cast out the bondwoman and her son, for the son of the bondwoman shall not be the heir with the son of the free woman.
Right, so the point for bringing up that is that we should say, yo, not because they are Abraham's seed, that means that, yo, all of them go basically get the promise.
Right.
The promise was designed for specific to the people. I would say go to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and the 12 patriarchs. Somebody get that in Psalms or right? So that's how the thing passed down. So we tell her that you have Esau and you have Ishmael and Abraham. They have other sons also. You think they have 6 other children, right? But all them people get what? Because of sign. Because in Isaac the seed was God, right? And then I was saying go back to Jacob and the 12 patriarchs, right? So now that the 12 patriarchs basically did not live on the earth and then go off, guess who the other shall remain to them? Because of them are the said people, just like the prodigal son explained. And the said son, them are basically go and going to get brought back in for a kingdom. Right? The said men, them are see, basically will go off, basically them are come back to become the kings and rule in our society, in the society to come. Right? The kingdom to come, go on.
Amos 1:3. He said, you only have I known of all the families of the earth.
Right. Israel, the Heavenly Father know of the family of the earth. No,
Israel only.
Israel only, right? None of this nation, the other thought them to say, yo, and them can't say, yo, and them father like how we have the right to say our Heavenly Father. But
Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities.
so we get punished. Our punishment was what? Slavery. Right? Our punishment was slavery. And we're still in captivity these days. Right? We've been going to captivity from Assyrian come right up to now. Why? Because even before that too, but starting from that pinpoint, we never really come back in a power from that time, yo. Right? We always have rulers over we during them captivity that come up. So we've been in captivity from them time that we're going to be many years without a king. Right? What's Psalms then? Oi.
Psalms 105.
105. So if you look on the earth today, you realize that who suffer the most? The people on the side. You're there in the ghettos, you're there in for welfare, you get handout, all the curse that may be a scholar written upon in a Deuteronomy that would come upon the children of Israel, and that come up. And you people to this day. Right?
Alright, so Psalms 105, let's start at verse 5. It says, remember his marvelous works that he had done, his wonders and his judgments of his mouth. O ye seed of Abraham his servant, ye children of Jacob his chosen. He is the Lord. He is the Lord of our. He is the Lord our God. His judgments are in all the earth. He said, he had remembered his covenant forever, the word which he commanded 1,000 generations, which covenant he made with Abraham and his oath unto Isaac, and confirmed the same unto Jacob for a law, unto Israel for an everlasting covenant.
Right, for a law, unto Israel for an everlasting covenant. What?
Okay. Saying unto thee, will I give the land of Canaan, the lot of your inheritance.
Right, so the land of Canaan is our inheritance, where we're going to really reign from. But the entire earth really belongs to Israel. But that's going to be our province, so to speak. Go on.
So when there were but a few men in number,
right,
yea, very few, and strangers in it, when they went from one nation to another, from one kingdom to another people, he suffered no man to do them wrong. Say, yea, he reproved kings for their sakes.
Right.
He says, saying, touch not mine anointed, and do my prophets no harm.
Right. So